Have you noticed that when those progressive commercials come on lately, there seem to be more and more male characters working alongside the retro-bobbed perk factory known only as Flo? Well, I'll tell you something, those aren't actors. Although I guess they are now, in a way. You see, I was one of those who had an unexplainable crush on Flo. Always looking up articles on her and swooning over her wide-eyed, adorable smile and nurturing, helpful nature. What? Don't judge. I was okay. Fine. I was lonely and unhappy. I admit it. Anyway, when the commercials first began, there was only her and the customers. As the popularity of the character spread, so too did the number of male characters seen alongside her. I know why. Don't ask me how it's possible. All I know is that it happens, and maybe that's enough. Why question it? Know what I mean? Ever notice how everything in those commercials is white? How everybody's always so happy and having such a good time? The simple truth is we lonely television watching outcasts that you people love to judge so much seem to have our own heaven. The good news is that you don't even have to die. Not exactly anyway, to make it here. Now, I don't know what the rules and conditions are to find it, if this is the only place of its kind or anything. All I can tell you is what happened to me, and quite honestly, that's good enough for me. 'Cause I'm here now. I'm with Flo. The Facebook page she has, it's the actual character reaching into the world I used to inhabit. Sometimes over the net we sort of dead, quote unquote, can still communicate with the fully living, as if we were a part of your world, but over the net only. Anyway, here's my story. Yes, I admit it. I was always an unhappy person, even as a kid. Other people drove me insane, and television was my only real companion. Of course, I was slowly dying of loneliness because no man is an island or whatever. One stormy day, not too long ago, I just had to get out and take a walk. Don't ask me why, I just felt like I had to go, like it was my calling. My jacket collar turned up against the wind and rain. I was passing a large dirt and dead grass field a couple of blocks from my house. Now, I saw it every time I went out. Nothing new, except that was for this little old-fashioned looking shop with warmly leaded windows and doors. It looked to be open, but that wasn't possible. The place wasn't here. It never been built, ever. My thoughts were put on hold, however, when I saw who was standing inside the glass front doors of the place. It was Flo. Well, Flo wasn't real, right? No, there was no mistaking. It was the real character. This wasn't a fake. Somehow the woman you know as Stephanie Courtney was right in front of me in her Flo character, looking at me with her hips cocked, with her usual playful innocence to one side, one hand on her cocked hip, and smiling sweetly at me as if she knew I was cold and hoped I'd come inside for a few minutes to get warm and snuggle up. Well, hell! I wasn't going to pass up a chance to meet my one and only love. God, no. So although the Progressive logo on the outside and they don't have any actual physical stores, I told myself that maybe they were shooting a new spot or something. So I ran to converse with this Mrs. Courtney in the full-on get-up of the character my crush was for. She took me into a back room, fitted me with dry clothes, yes, a Progressive uniform, you might have guessed, offered me warm coffee and a fresh, warm Danish. A lot more than people usually offered me. I asked her where the camera crew and other actors were. She explained with her trademark gentle amusement that there weren't any. That I had somehow been allowed to find her actual place and her actual self. Somehow she was separate from that actress. Don't ask me how it's possible, because I don't really care, because I'm happy. The important thing is that she told me that I never had to leave. I could stay with her here forever. Certainly didn't take me long to decide. In fact, you may have seen me in some of the newer commercials, passing one-liners and happy smiles with my true love. As I said, we can still roam the net here, and understand that they search for me, then for my body. Oh, they never found either. Or the little shop that awaits us in the middle of an empty, soaking coal field. They say I simply vanished. Those weirdos probably believe in aliens or some shit. I say, who the hell cares? I never liked any of them anyway. Well, gotta go for now. Customers, and really, it's just me and Flo. At least that's what I like to believe. Man, they love us. Stay glued to the TV, folks. You may just see me and my true love.